Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Perisno. Now, when we left off, we had just taken Kalmar Castle with a huge amount of casualties, of course, because we were, fighting the Redwood Nation. Not really people that I wish to fight any further, but we must do as we may to actually prevent ourselves from being picked on. Because, of course, they were attempting to take Lille at the end of the previous episode. So, without further ado, as we can see here, Scout Striker Wilkins has actually leveled up, so I do believe we will be speccing him into a little bit more in strength, and I'm actually thinking, should we go for tactics? Wait a minute. Who else has never mind, Aracanis has 6 in tactics, which is actually really quite impressive, so Weapon Master it is. I'm not entirely sure if that's ever going to help us, but nevertheless, let's head in. Let us attack all these fellows here. There we are. Thank you. A livestock epidemic? Oh no. A livestock epidemic has killed 324? No, 234 cattle in Yalib. Oh no, that's not too good. We cannot have them losing their livestock, can we? Well, what we must do is take care of these fellows first. They do have 294? Why did I come up with that? Is that a correct number? I don't even think it is. But nevertheless, let's get on the hillside here. How many archers do we have? 17. Aha. That might actually be rather useful. If also I could actually hit people, that would also be rather useful. So, let's get everyone on the hillside here. Let's charge everyone in. We do have a lot of cavalry, so let's make good use of them. I think that would probably be the best idea. And let's take out that Duskfall Rider. Oh yeah, that's what he gets for attempting to take us out. And we'll just do some jump and bash. Jump and bash, man. Oh, yes. And maybe I could take out that fellow as well, if at all possible. Yes. Elvery Redwood Knights. Very nice indeed taking those guys out. They're going to sell for a huge amount of money as well. Of course, we did just sell for, what was it? 50,000, I believe? Yeah, 50,000 is rather considerable amounts of money. Okay, let's focus on their archers a little bit more. There we are. That's much better. There we are. Oh yes, that's exactly what we want to see. Now we do need to be very careful of their reinforcements because running into them, that is going to cause us a great deal of pain. As we know, they are very good at archery. Oh no. Where did that even come from? I didn't even know where that came from. That was so incredibly quick and swift that we must be very, very cautious. Yes, thank you very much. Take out those guys. I did reposition our archers as well. Hopefully we can move them a little bit ahead as well here. Yes, take out that ranger, thank you very much. Now, if we do lose our mount, I have a bad feeling about this, so I'm going to be a little bit careful here with how deep I go into the enemy's territory. We do not want to go too far, as bad things can very easily happen if we do. There we are. My mount is actually dying, though. Oh, and I am also dying. How did I even take 25 damage? I have no idea, but at least Iron Flesh is soaking a little bit of the damage. Otherwise, I think maybe we would have died. We might have died from that. So let's just stay alive here. We'll be quite cautious. I'm going to try and stay away from as much conflict as I can, unless I am going to be taking on this guy with 5% HP. Probably not the greatest idea, is it? No. Probably not the greatest idea, but we are going to do that nevertheless. Or at least we are going to attempt so. And we actually lost one of our Holy Crusaders as well. That is really quite unfortunate. Those Holy Crusaders are very hard to come by, and when you lose one it is mighty painful, but what can you do? He did his very duty in the name of the Reformian Rebellion, and I am very pleased with him for that. I am not pleased with him for dying, however, of course. But, yes, what can you do? And there it is. A victory against 2 of the, well, medium strength Redwood Nation vassals. Unfortunately, we now have 56 against us, so I am going to just tell everyone, absolutely everyone, to charge in here. We have 23 archers now. Can probably place those on the little slope there, just in case. But, oh my goodness, they have a lot of cavalry, as you can see. Oh my, wow, okay, let's be a little bit careful here, shall we? Take out that guy, and, oh no, how dare you. I actually thought that they had lost all of their cavalry already. I thought they'd used all of them in the initial charge, but It appears as though they were keeping a couple back, trying to be a little bit sneaky here. We cannot allow that, can we? Let's try and take out this guy as quickly as we can. There we are. Yeah, there we go. 133 damage, that's what I like to see. Maybe we could take out this guy as well. There we go. Shadow Riders, they are exceptional units as far as I'm aware. I do believe they were the main ones to deal as much damage to us as was humanly or elvenly possible in the Colmar Castle siege. So, whenever I see those red capes, I'm always like, oh yes, we must take them out. Immediately. And it appears as though, yep, we absolutely decimated this second wave of reinforcements that they had. And thankfully enough, we can now continue onward. Okay, so this guy has a bad personality, but I don't like to take him prisoner just in case of bad things happening. You know what I mean by bad things, of course. Other people declaring war against us would not be very nice, that is for sure. So let's take these Zan units right here. They are no doubt going to be incredible. And there we go, that's all I can take. I don't really want to take the Bluewood Scout because, well, it takes a while to level them up and, well, I don't know whether I have the time, really. Considering we are at war right now, we are trying to survive against the Redwood Nation, and I do believe next we are going to be waging war against Drahara, maybe eliminating them from the game. I think that might be the way to go, because right now they are silently gathering strength. They are getting prepared for most likely a sneak attack against someone, but as you can see, they have 1, 2, 3 fiefs. And the Reich actually still has quite a few as well, so maybe against them too we would launch a couple of attacks? Maybe. But for now, we actually seem to be stretching our influence quite far. As you can see, we have stretched a little bit too deep, perhaps, into the territory of the Tauranians, but what can you do? We are quite spread out as well. I would have liked to have eliminated this area right here, because if we did this, then all of these towns would have been ours, and we would have a very, very solid territory over there. But, as it stands, of course, the Hakon, they are pretty powerful, or at least their heavy infantry is quite powerful, so I do like to avoid them. Their Hakon Inquisitors are also very tricky to deal with, but yes, we'll see how that goes at a later point. Now, we do have an army of enemies spotted near Lille still. Not entirely sure how accurate that actually is, but we are going to be selling some of our gear here. I would like to sell this, but I have a feeling that one of our companions could use that. Let's actually take a look right now. Who could use that? Well, Silavethi and Tomaris are both wearing that. Antiope's wearing some pretty good gear as far as I am aware, so, well, let's just see. Yeah, it's actually pretty good, but we're going to give her that anyway. We're going to give her a helm as well. It's about time that she's gained one of those. Wait a minute, does Tomaris have a helm? Yes, Tomaris has a helm. Everyone has a helm by the looks of things. Silavethiel? Yep, Silavethiel has one as well. So, yes, Antiope was the only one without a helmet. That was actually quite neglectful of me, but thankfully enough, now she does. She does have one now, which is excellent. So, are we going to head into the tavern here? I'm not entirely sure. I don't think there will be a ransom broker here. Still? Is he still there? He is! Wow, that is actually really great. I like that a lot. So, yep, 18,000. Thank you very much. That will pay for next week's wages. Just about, at least. Next week's wages are actually 27,000, but still. Okay, let's head onward. Now, we do have... Aha! This is actually good. This is very good. If we can get there before they finish their fight... Oh, they're running. Oh, why is the eagle party running away from me? Oh, that's really quite sad. Oh, the Valahi clan have now declared war against Macavia, and Drahara and the Redwood Nation have signed a trade agreement, and the Hakon Empire has declared war against Drahara, so maybe I don't need to worry about eliminating Drahara because they're already doing it for me, by the looks of things. Now, these guys are actually running away from me. I wanted to help you. Oh, that's so sad, actually, now. I wanted to help the Eagle War Party against the Redwood Nation so that I would get relations with these guys. And they actually have a huge amount of Elvery units that are very, very powerful too, so that would be really nice. Wait a minute. Okay, let's head in. Yes! Okay. Maybe we can make this work. Maybe we can make this work. Rush to the aid of the Eagle Knights. Yes. And we will help them against the patrol. Hopefully they will be thankful for this, and they'll actually give us a little bit of relation increase. If they do, then we can go along with the Eagle War Party, and we can actually wage war against the Redwood Nation by having a very strong ally indeed. A very powerful ally. So I'm looking forward to seeing if this is actually going to pay off. I think it probably will, because if you recall, we used to do this in Prophecy of Pendor with the Noldor. If you are a subscriber that has been with me that long at least. But of course you can check it out if I can actually self-plug myself right now and say, oh yes, the Prophecy of Pendor series, that was a really good thing, actually. Maybe not episode 10. Maybe just avoid episode 9 and 10, and maybe 11 as well, because I was a little silly around that time. So, don't check those out. That's my recommendation. I would check out the rest of the series, though, because it actually ends up being one of my most enjoyable. Or at least I feel so. Anyway, enough plugging myself, and indeed, series I made. Okay, we are going to be taking these guys out, no problem at all. Unfortunately, they do appear to be eliminating many of our units right now. Mainly due to the fact that I am walking into every tree on the planet. Ah. What a pained experience. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, no, 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 no. You are not allowed to do your horse cavalry, horse archer trickery. Yes. If I can actually get words out, I might be able to speak. Okay. I would like them to be able to take that guy out, because he is rather irritating, to say the least. Yes. I'm never going to catch him. Not while we have so many cavalry running after him. But yes, I do believe they will find him and they will kill him. And there's a little reference. Okay, so we are going to be then exiting. Ooh, we actually lost 7 units. Do you see that? I saw a lot of our units being killed and I thought to myself, is that because of the story I'm telling? Is that because I am attempting to promote my Prophecy of Pendor series? Maybe that's it. Okay, so we're going to be telling everyone just to charge in there to eliminate the last one. Ah, they're at -1 now. That is actually quite unfortunate, I gotta say. I really wanted to have a little bit more than that, but let's just see where they run off to next. Maybe we can actually help them? Running from Count Zaus. Okay. Well, the problem is... Oh. Maybe it's not a problem. These guys are following a caravan. Okay. Okay, I'd like you to not run away from me. Could you potentially run after those Redwood scouts? Maybe something like that? They do appear to actually be quite friendly with us now. We do only have -1, which could be construed as not being open war. It could just be suspicious, quote-unquote. So maybe that would be a good idea. Come on! Chase after Count Zaus. I will help you with him. Let's do this. Oh, it might actually work. Wait a minute, 4.1, 4.4. Ah, that's disappointing. Okay. Our relation with that village has increased, thanks to our surgeon doing an excellent job at curing the plague over there. That is very, very cool. Okay, I'd like to accompany them, but unfortunately I don't have that option right now. Wow, I would not like to fight these guys. 34 Knights of the Eagle, 11 Eagle Lords. Wow. Okay. Okay, I don't think I can actually follow this guy around for that much longer, because, as you see, we actually have no food remaining, so we're going to have to leave him. Right now, it seems as though he's not really running after us, or, yes, being scared of us, so I'm actually quite happy about that. It must be the relation increase that we gained, -1 now. And everything seems to be working out quite nicely. Now, we are going to be heading into the goods here, buying as much as we can. I'm going to buy the meat as well. I know, I don't usually buy the meat because I don't really like it that it's... We are going to be heading into Machiavellian territory, because fighting the Redwoods, not something I am too pleased about, I have to admit. I really do not like fighting them one bit. They are just way too powerful at range, especially in sieges, and I have no idea how we are going to be doing that at a later time. Oh! Lord Marcus! You are laying siege to Kelradon Castle. Where is Oh, there it is. He's actually on his way there. What is he actually fielding right now? A lot of Dragonaires, I do like that a lot. He has 18 Holy Crusaders, absolutely amazing. And then, of course, he has Lord Yuan with him, which is going to make a huge difference in the power spike that they currently have together. So I am very hopeful that they will take Kelredan Castle for us. The AI in Perisno is actually very impressive. It appears as though the lords and your vassals actually do things you want them to do, rather than are just running around uselessly. So it's actually very nice that they do that. And this is definitely going to happen. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. With a siege tower and a grimace on my face. Really not the greatest thing ever, is it? No! How dare they? How dare they give us a siege tower? Okay, well, 60 hours. That is almost 3 days. That's actually not very good. Because now, we're having to starve our forces. Fighting on an empty stomach? Never usually a good idea, so this is going to be a little bit tricky, isn't it? Well, it depends, obviously. It depends whether they are able to keep our morale up. Defensive pact? Wow, the Redwood Nation is making inroads all over the place with diplomacy. They are absolutely unstoppable, by the looks of things. I'd like to make peace with them soon. Maybe we'll be able to come across Queen Arlena, and maybe we'll be able to do that, but I do believe she is mostly garrisoned or mostly patrolling around the city of Fornion, so a little bit worried about that, gotta say. Wow, they do have 23 lords as well, Macavia, so they're going to be raiding all of our villages, as you can see. That is not good. Okay, well, once we have taken Ribile Castle, I feel like we'll have a much greater understanding of their power. And Lille has now been... Oh, no. That is bad. Lille has just been besieged by a vassal of the Redwood Nation. I am unsure how many. I am unsure how many of them are actually there, so we'll see, but... What are there? Oh my goodness. Without further ado, we are going to be heading in here. I was quite startled by the gloomy dusk that surrounded us as we entered the battle. Yeah. Hey, and as the siege tower's ramp descends to the battlements, we are greeted by the sight of a huge amount of Machiavellian marksmen, and hopefully I'm not going to feel their wrath. That would be sad. Please don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me. Yes, I do appear to be getting through here. Okay. Please don't get taken out by Machiavellian marksmen. They are not that good in melee combat, are they? Oh no. Okay, everything seems to be going a little bit better now. Here we go, here we go. We're actually pushing in. We are pushing in. It's going to be a little bit tight here because we do not have a lot of space. We're going to have to make sure that we just get behind them and make sure that we can penetrate their lines as much as... Whoa, 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 whoa. I am... Yeah? Okay. No, no, no. Oh. That was disappointing. That was very disappointing on my part. Ah, I am terribly sorry. That was actually not meaning... Yeah, not really meaning to happen. Meaning? Yes, exactly. Not really meaning to happen right there, because, of course, I was stuck by many of the Machiavellian swords masters that were at the front, and then as I moved in, you know what? They decided to very easily surround us, get by our shield, and they were able to do so much damage to us that we were left with 5%, and then I was left dueling a Machiavellian halberdier, one of the highest tier units that they have. Not very good, not very good, I gotta say. But we are now inside, and I am not going to be retreating. Even though I am dead, and it is actually really disappointing that I'm dead, we are going to be witnessing the victory the Reformian Rebellion is able to pull off here at a siege tower castle once again. I cannot believe that Kalmar Castle and Ribile Castle are both siege towers. Wow. That is quite the coincidence, but nevertheless, we have only 87, in my opinion. Only 87 units remaining, and they have actually received more reinforcements now as well. So as you can see, they are coming in from the barracks, and we will be eliminating them one by one as they approach our death army. And we will see how well this particular Perisno non-cavalry is hiding in the alcove. Okay, come on! Yes, there we go. She took out one of them. Oh, a second one as well. Very impressive. Very impressive indeed. And I believe that is actually going to be it. I don't believe they are... Yep, nope, that was the last remaining reinforcement wave, and 54 enemies stand between us and complete victory. So, I gotta say that I am actually really happy that Macavia declared war against us. Not really happy that they are raiding a lot of our villages, of course, and in general not too happy that the Redwood Nation is incredibly powerful when it comes to siege defense, but in actuality, I feel like that was the only option we really had, was to actually either declare war or to be declared war upon by a different faction, because of course now we have alternate targets. And it doesn't force us into a bottleneck situation where we are only going to be attacking that one faction. Of course, I would not have declared war myself. I would have let someone else do it like they did. But in general, I feel like that was okay. We are going to be returning to Lille as well after this. And we are going to be making sure that that does not get taken by the Redwood Nation. If it does, then you may as well say goodbye, because really, once they have a foothold in there, it is incredibly difficult to get any kind of foothold in the offensive structure, because really they are just going to absolutely massacre you with every single archer they have. And as we can see, we're actually failing pretty badly right now to get past, which is actually quite strange considering we have some very good units, and I'm really surprised that we are not able to get by these units faster. Yeah. A little bit worrying, I have to admit. Maybe? Yeah? What are we actually using at the front here? It seems as though we have some really good units in general, but I have no idea why we're not getting past sooner. We have Hakon Inquisitors, we have Elvery Rangers supporting them, we have some Bluewood Sergeants as well. How can that be bad? I have no idea, but there we go. We were able to take it with a great deal, oh my goodness, a great deal of casualties. 58 were killed. Oh my goodness, okay, that's actually quite disappointing, but I suppose, what can you do? That is the cost of siege towers. Siege towers do give you a great deal of casualties, even if they did not take that long to build. I still think the casualties gained from having that kind of situation is payment enough, perhaps. Yes. Okay, we'll take a few pieces of loot, and then we will be leaving, and we will be giving this to Lord Yuan. He does appear to be actually fielding a rather decent army right now, so we can pretty much just leave him to it. And there it is. So, yes, without further ado, I am actually going to be ending this episode of here. Next time on Perisno, we are probably going to be helping at Kelradan Castle. If Lord Marcus decides he wants to attack it, then I will of course support him, but otherwise we will be heading on to Lille because that is under siege. 277 units are currently stationed there, so I am very hopeful that they will be able to hold out until we arrive. So, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.